I'm really hoping it's not gonna rain today, because it kind of looks like it is, but I would like to get some walking in after eating probably too much Popeyes. But like, how can I not, dude? It's Popeyes. So anyways, I didn't really come with any ideas, except for one little one, which maybe I'll get back to, but I don't know. I need to go, or when I go home, I need to play more Minecraft probably. I'm gonna run out of footage. Either that or I play BO7, but I don't know, man. I have not had the urge to load up the game at all. So, and like the funniest part is I literally downloaded everything. I was like, let me update it. We'll download the new map. Well, actually, did I download the new map? I don't know. But like, I updated it and everything because I hadn't played it in like 4 months. And then I didn't even bother, man. I didn't even bother to play the game. And part of me really wants to as well, because I want to listen to the Easter egg song, but I'm also just like, fuck, man. I just have no desire. But you know what I do kind of have the desire to do is play more Minecraft, dude. I can't believe I found that zombie spawner. Maybe you're actually watching that footage right now, I don't know. Maybe I spoiled it, but dude, I found a fucking zombie spawner just chilling out, just like above a lava pool. It's like half exposed. It's like, what? Because this is literally what I was looking for, because I was like, dude, I give up on this stupid spider spawner, dude. It's not gonna work. So the zombie spawner was the next idea, or ideally skeleton, but skeleton didn't happen, so. But I'll take a zombie spawner, absolutely. Anyways, I'm getting way off track. And also, audio might be terrible because it's windy, apparently. Which is also part of the reason I thought it was gonna rain. So, I don't know. This might just be terrible. This might just end up terrible, but we'll see. I guess on the other hand, I don't really care. Like, I used to care that every single time that my chair would squeak, but, you know, or seat in the car. I don't know why I said chair. But like, the first time that started happening, I was like, are you kidding me, dude? This sucks. But now I'm just like, you know what? I really don't care. I have to say, I love that this path is so much bigger than my park, dude. My local park. Oh, man. Like, there's just not enough room on that path. But here, plenty of room. So nice. But anyways, so the main thing I wanted to talk about today, I guess it kind of relates to Minecraft and playing games and stuff, which is screen time, which I've been making an effort to limit. I started about a week ago. I started trying to make an effort to turn all screens off at like 11:30 at night. And it kind of worked. I managed to get myself to do that a lot. But the thing is, that's a nice bird. I have no idea what type of bird that is, but it's like blue. Let me try to get a picture. And it's gone. And it's gone. Damn it. Yeah, but so I've been making an effort to try and limit my screen time a little bit. And it was half working, but, or I shouldn't say half working. It was mostly working, but there were like a couple little cracks, which is, for example, like last night, I got home from work at 10 o'clock, partially because of my own fault. I mean, I was scheduled to be there till 9, but my dumbass decided to stay an extra hour so I could talk to people, which maybe isn't even really a bad thing, but means less free time when I get home. But yeah, I got out late, and I decided when I got home to just kind of extend it just a little bit. So there's only like an extra 10 minutes. I mean, extra 10 minutes adds up over time, I guess. 'Cause it starts out just 10 minutes, but, you know, 10 minutes every day for a week, that's, 70 minutes? So that is a mistake that builds up in the long run. So I've been trying to avoid that most of the time. Sometimes I can't. Also, this little waterfall over here, I noticed, does kind of add a lot of background noise when I was listening back to the last one. So, my bad, but whatever. I don't care. Again, there's probably going to be the wind, noise, and all that. So, whatever. But yeah, but so, having just as little bit of time really adds up eventually. But it's not that big of a deal. But the bigger problem to me is that, yeah, I managed to, oh, there's something in the grass over there. I don't know what that is. There's part of me that's always worried there's like a bear that's gonna just pop out of the forest here or something, you know? But, and it's also like, that's probably not gonna happen, realistically. I feel like there really aren't that many bears, just a lot of deer in this area. So, I lost my train of thought again talking about bears. I think I'm going the same way as last time. I don't mind, you know? I feel like it's nicer to go this way, in my opinion. So, I can't remember what I was saying, but I'm pretty sure I was talking about the bigger problem I had, which was that, yeah, I was able to limit part of my day, but then I just kind of made up for it in other areas. I guess it's basically the best way of putting it, where it was like, yeah, I did stop doing stuff earlier, and I stopped using my laptop earlier, but the thing is that then in the morning I was just making use of that time too. So, like, even yesterday, I had finished most of my stuff, and I even uploaded and everything before. I uploaded before I managed to go to work and everything, and I still had time. But the thing is that then I used that time before work to just watch a video, which I gotta admit was a very funny video. It's that Moist Critical video that he uploaded. It's titled, like, I just killed a man or something, or I killed a man on his birthday, and he just destroyed this guy in a League of Legends match, and I just couldn't stop laughing, man. It was so funny. But also, I feel like playing a Nivea top in a tournament game that's a best of one, when the guy's on like 100 ping, I feel like that can't be right. I don't know anything about the League meta anymore, but I would think, like, a Nivea top can't be that turbo broken that you could just play it like that. And like, you gotta have some good skill with the Nivea, you know? So I just can't see that actually being a good idea to play a Nivea top on like 100 ping in a PO1. And I feel like most likely they probably blind picked it too. So it's just like, you just get destroyed by the Mordekaiser and you can just never side lane and you can never do anything the whole game. You're just kind of useless. So like, I don't know, man. But anyways, getting off track, I was watching that video. That was a funny video. But the point is, I was watching that instead of doing something else with my time. That probably would have been better. But I feel like it has kind of showcased my problems, you know? I guess mainly that, like, this Robin is just, he's just chilling here. I don't want to scare him. Yeah, you know, it showcased that I still am kind of doing this, even though I've tried to limit screen time and everything. It just didn't really work the way I wanted it to. And so I've been trying to brainstorm some other ideas on how to fix it. And one of the things I was thinking about a lot is just my phone, which I guess, to be honest, I gotta turn off the screen. Technically it counts as screen time, I guess. But the thing about screen time, so it keeps waking itself up. Stop. Oh man. The thing about screen time though is that, at least with my Mac, it's like, you know, I can't use it everywhere. But I think that's what makes the phone kind of more sneaky in that way, where, dude, I can like feel the pollen. Oh man. Oh, hate it. But yeah, I feel like the phone became more of an issue than I'd really thought. And the thing is too, is that I feel like because it's something that is easy to just, you know, get sidetracked with, because I know there's a lot of people where they're watching a movie or a show or something, and meanwhile they're also watching like TikTok or something. And I think that's crazy, although sometimes I admit I do kind of do that sometimes with like YouTube videos. I'll be like watching a YouTube video and I'll have my phone and I'll just open up Instagram for like 2 minutes and start looking at that. It's not as bad as TikTok, I guess, but it's still pretty bad. But the whole like watching a movie and then also having like TikTok open or something, that shit I can't get him in. So anyways, I was usually, a lot of the time, I would be like, even today, I was watching YouTube videos, and then it's like, well, I'm watching YouTube videos, but I want to do something else too. And so I would get my phone, and I would open up like Pokemon TCG Pocket, which I'll come back to later. But I was watching this video, and then also doing something on my phone. And sometimes I would like lose track of the video. It's even literally happened today. I was watching videos, and it's stupid. It's so stupid of me. And there's been times I've tried to make an effort to stop doing that, but then it just always kind of creeps back. And I was trying to figure out how to stop that from happening, because I feel like that's the thing. It's just like an unconscious habit, and they're just chilling, man. I think I'm almost to the pond. Has it really been that long? I don't think. Wow. That's crazy to me, dude. That's crazy. More geese. Hey, guys. How you doing? You know, this is basically just like playing Pokemon Snap. Like, I just see a deer. There's birds. Somebody should make Pokemon Snap, but with real animals. Damn, they're everywhere today. My God. That one goose going crazy. So anyways, I'm getting off track a lot here. Getting too distracted by animals. But I decided today, literally I was just thinking about it in the shower, and it also reminds me too. Something else I was thinking about was, dude, I should literally just get a, like a little notepad or something just to keep with me, because I feel like so many times you get this idea in your head. You're like, oh my God, that's a genius idea. I should remember that. And then you forget about it. It happens to be way too much. And it's like, yeah, I could use my phone. I feel like it just never works that well, partially because, you know, distractions and stuff. But yeah, as I was saying though, I had this thought, which was, man, maybe I should limit my screen time, which I feel like it didn't work that well before. Because the thing about it, right, was that it was so easy to get around. Like, I had this browser extension that was like limit my YouTube or whatever to like 2 hours. But then it never really worked, because then I would just turn it off for the day and then never turn it back on. So it just didn't really work out the way I wanted it to, you know? But what I've learned with this self-imposed limit is that it does kind of like nudge you in the right direction. And maybe it's not gonna be perfect, but it generally does kind of nudge you in the right direction. So I thought about it, and I was like, that might actually be a very smart idea. How can I do that, but with like stuff on my phone? So I started looking around the settings, and I found out that you very easily can do that. And actually it does something even better that I really like, which is that literally you like open the app. You know, for example, I have Pokemon Go open, and it's running in the background while my auto catcher spin stops, I think. Maybe it's not doing that, but it should be. I don't know. I just wanted some extra Pokeballs because I have no Pokeballs left. But when I open it, let me do it right now. When I open it, it literally tells me how many minutes I have left, which I find kind of funny. I didn't know it was going to do that until I saw it. I was like, you know what, that's cool. And then it also kind of like, that was a bump I was not expecting. But it just gives you like a little barrier to actually opening the app or whatever. It's something to make you more conscious of what you're doing, I guess. Which most people probably don't use that. That's probably why they kind of bury it in settings. But then again, like you always get those like weekly update things for like, oh, this is your screen time this week, stuff like that. So I don't know. Maybe it's like weird because you would think that they would want you to use the phone as much as you can, because that probably makes them the most money. But then it's also like, you know, they don't want you to use it too much because then you're not going to want to use it anymore. But it's a feature I never really bothered to care about. And I think part of it is that it's like, you're always worried if you do something like that, is it going to kill my battery, dude? If it's having to monitor my screen time all the time. But the thing I've realized that it's already doing that anyway, dude. Like I was looking, before I was looking at the screen time, it's telling me my screen time for TCG Pocket, and I was like, oh, huh. So it's like, it's already, you know, measuring that. So why should I bother disabling it, thinking it's going to save battery when it's not? That's been the thought process. But yeah, so I decided, oh my god, my voice cracked. So I decided that, yeah, you know what, I'm going to try and impose like a timer or whatever. It's like every day I get 30 minutes on that and see how that goes. And I was gonna try to open it, and then I tried opening it, and it was like, you're past your allotted screen time for today. And then there's like an option to change the timer. So I guess technically I could if I want to. But I was like, you know what? No. You know, it's good. It's good. Because I think just having it siphon those little bits of your time really sucks. Man, I can like feel the pollen, dude. Oh boy. I'll see if I feel like shit in the next couple days. Oh man. I was just like, you know, let me just go take a nice walk and pollen central, because it's spring. I can feel it in my eyes, I can feel it in my nose. You know, I'm gonna take a second to drink some water. He's really just chilling in the road. I guess not road, path, whatever, you know. Anyways, geese got me off track. So I decided to employ that 30-minute timer, see how it goes. I don't know what I'm gonna expect, but I hope I'm gonna kind of keep it in place, and it'll make me a little more conscious of how I'm spending my time, and hopefully it'll kind of stop me from using it in the morning, because I feel like that's where that's really where I'm spending a lot of my time, is just wasting it in the morning, you know. So I don't want to do that anymore. And that's where that kind of comes in, at least I hope, to kind of stop an unconscious habit. But I should probably go further than what I've done so far. I just did it for Pokemon TCG Pocket mainly, because I feel like you start and then you open the pack, and then it's like, okay, well, let me just do one Wonder Pick, you know, and then it's like, well, let me just, you know, do this trade real quick, or share somebody real quick, or whatever, or let me do one battle. And it's like, next thing you know, you lost a lot of time. And that was where I felt like I was losing a lot of time. And it's like, I could be spending that time playing other games, you know? I'm not opposed to TCG Pocket, right? I think, honestly, it's a pretty good idea. Just be able to just, like, allow people to open up Pokemon card packs for free every single day. But, you know, they gotta make their money somehow, right? That's kind of how they make their money. So, you know, and also just being able to have people playing the game all the time. But so I did it with TCG Pocket, and then I put a 1 hour limit on Go. And knowing that just having the app running in the background and letting my auto catcher do the work, it seems that it is not, it's contributing to actual screen time. So that means I can still do the auto catching and just leave it at that, which actually reminds me, by the way, that so I had my auto catcher on for the past community day, and I just let it catch, whatever. And I got out of work, I'm like looking at the Pokemon I got, and one of them was literally a Shundo, which is literally rarer than getting a Shundo Pokemon, because to get a Shundo is easier because of the weather boost and stuff, but it has to not be weather boosted, and then it has to have the lowest stats possible. So I couldn't believe that I caught that and off the auto catcher of all things. That was crazy to me, because basically there's a 50% chance I didn't catch that, and I never would have known. So I don't know. I think it kind of works out well in that instance, but then again, I don't even know if I should be even opening the game as much as I am, Just don't even bother. I mean, literally, was it Friday, I think, I want to say? I didn't even bring my auto catcher. Like, I literally forgot it as I was starting to go to work. And I thought about it, and I was like, oh, I forgot. Oh, well. I spun one Pokestop while I was near work, and that was basically it for the day. I mean, I caught like 2 things maybe, and I spun that one Pokestop, and that was it. Because I just don't really care about the game anymore, and I've been thinking that honestly, like, for the most part, I probably am going to quit, other than, events and stuff, just to go see the local community, and that's it. That's probably it. And even then, I haven't even really been seeing them that much, because I'm usually working or whatever. I'm working, or I just don't care. And dude, today part of me kind of wishes I went out for the raid hour, because I didn't realize it was gonna be Buzzwole, man. I love Buzzwole. I want a shiny one, but it is what it is. I'm not gonna be getting any Buzzwoles from this community or this raid hour, So that sucks, but whatever. I have a hundo one, so I guess it's that, right? So I don't really think there's anybody here playing. So yeah, I'm just letting it spin stops. I'm not even letting it catch Pokemon. I don't care. But anyways, back to the whole thing I was saying with screen time. Yeah, I think it's good to have like a limit like that, so then I can see, okay, I got 53 minutes left today. Makes you a little more conscious of how you're spending your time, instead of just being like, let me just do one more thing, and then it turns into 5 more things. I think that's the best way to do it, So I'm excited in that regard to see how it pans out, but I think I should do it with a lot of other apps too. Set a lot of timers and stuff and see how it pans out for me. But I will say, on the bright side, I have just been using my phone less. It's becoming more and more of just, a phone. Damn, that tree fell. I think I'm gonna continue walking, even after I get back closer to the car. Because I don't know. I think I'm just gonna continue walking. I'm down. Am I gonna be in pollen hell? Yes. But, whatever, man. Gotta say though, man, this park is so much better than the one near me. It just sucks, man. It's so much nicer just to have like a giant pathway instead of this narrow pathway with tons of people everywhere. Yeah, you get some gnats. They're kind of in pollen hell, but could be worse. But yeah, I will say that I might end up changing the Go one eventually, because for events I would like to be able to play for longer, especially like Go Fest or something, or Community Day. But for now, it is what it is. Well, we'll cross that bridge when we get there, and I can just... It's funny I'm saying that as I'm literally crossing a bridge. But, yeah. I still have to request GoFest off for work. I haven't gotten there yet. Because it's just annoying to have to spend time writing. I don't want to have to do my whole day of work, then grab, a piece of paper, be like, hey, I want to request off, what is it, July 11th, July 12th, or something like that. I don't want to do it, man. It's just too much of a pain. I'd rather not. But maybe I'll do it. Maybe Friday. I just need a day where it's not that busy, dude, because it was crazy busy yesterday. But I don't know. I'm looking forward to GoFest, kind of. But, I remember the lead-ups to, past GoFest, dude, and I was, crazy hyped, dude, especially, 2022, 2023. I was like, dude, this is going to be awesome. This is going to be, super fun. I wanted to play as much as humanly possible. Sometimes probably more than I realistically should. And now this year, I'm like, I guess I'll get a Mega Mewtwo. I don't even really care anymore. I feel like just the whole, oh, we're making it free, it just made it so bleh. In 2021, when they made it $5, it wasn't that bad. Because you still got a lot of the benefits. And it was still the same thing. It was sponsored by Google Play or whatever, something like that. So it was $5, which is nice. But now, with this, making it free, they're just gonna try to monetize it in other ways. So that annoys the hell out of me. And I don't really see myself enjoying it that much. So I feel like instead, I'm probably just gonna be doing something else with my time. Instead of preparing for it and everything. Even last year was pretty exciting. And now this year, they just made it so underwhelming. So underwhelming. I guess they're really doing me a favor though, more than anything. If their game sucks, I'm just gonna stop playing their game and stop spending time playing the game. I'll just do better things with my time. So in that sense, it honestly is kind of a blessing, I guess. I still remember the first day when that article came out that Niantic was getting bought out. I was so devastated, man. And now I'm just kind of it happened. It made the game worse. But, I've kind of been able to find other things in my life. And it's not like the connections with those people are just going to vanish because of Go, at least for the most part. Maybe some of those people I'm not going to talk to as much. But some of those people I'm probably going to continue talking to. And, that's the great thing about the game. But it just sucks that they turned it into a real mobile game. People were losing their mind over the things that Niantic did. I'm not saying they were perfect. But, dude, the stuff they're doing now is not even close to what they were doing back then, dude. Everything has, before it was all these events had, timed researches, but, you didn't really have to buy them. It wasn't really that much benefit to them. It was just, you get a little cosmetic or something. Now it's oh, you want another Shadow Legendary? Well, just pay us $10. And then do the FOMO stuff too. Having to get to rank 30 or whatever for the Super Rocket Radar. That was ridiculous, man. That was so stupid. I hate that, man. I was thinking, am I even gonna get this Super Rocket Radar? But I was if I don't, do I really care? Am I ever gonna look at the Shadow Landorus again? I can't even remember what I caught before Shadow Landorus. I don't know. Because it doesn't matter. It just feels like none of it matters. The last The last Pokemon I truly remember catching from Giovanni was fucking Groudon, man. That was probably at least a year ago, maybe? I don't know, something like that. Like, dude, I don't care. I don't care. Everything that they've just been releasing is all filler too, partially because it's like, you know, they're releasing like Shadow, Zekrom, something like that. That's obviously going to be a strong Pokemon. But like, surely they can do more than this. Surely they can do more than this. Or even just rerun Mewtwo or something, dude. Make it at least somewhat interesting. You know, rerun Groudon or Kyogre or something. I mean, they did the raid days, I guess, so. But, it just sucks. It just really sucks. That's a whole other topic I could probably delve into for hours, but yeah, you can really tell Pokemon Go is on the decline. I mean, man, just look at the subreddit. Subreddit doesn't get all the people it used to, because I think a lot of people just quit. And it's kind of myself included. You know, I'll look there every now and again, see what's going on, but like, it's not nearly as active as it used to be. And think makes me glad that they kind of killed the game, and that I stopped playing it as much, because I don't have to care anymore. I could just play, you know, other games. I think that the number one game I'm really looking forward to play is probably Donkey Kong Bonanza. I do really want to play that game. I've also, I just mentioned Pokemon Snap before, but I unironically have been getting like this little itch to play like new Pokemon Snap at some point. That game looks so good for a Switch game. Kind of curious if, you know, looks a little better on Switch 2 or not. But I don't know, I just kind of wanted to play that game for the first time in a while. I'm walking for 46 minutes now. That is quite a long time. And I'm still going. And I can feel the pollen destroying me, probably. Feels that way right now. Dude, my throat is gonna be so bad tomorrow, isn't it? You know what? If I have to call out tomorrow, I don't care. I'm working with Brian. Tell him to go fuck himself. You know? Now, but to bring it back to originally where I started with the screen time thing, I think it's a good idea to do the screen time thing. I think it'll help kind of keep me focused or whatever, you know? So, that's what the hopium is. I think probably about ready to turn around. I think this is probably a good point. Yeah, I think I'm ready to turn around and go back to the car. This pollen is gonna kill me tomorrow. I can feel it. I can already feel my nose running and stuff too. Was it worth it? Yeah, I guess so. It's kind of worth it. I just wanted to walk. I had to burn off that Popeye somehow, you know? I had to burn it off somehow. This is how I was doing it. No, the pollen is definitely getting me. I can feel it. I'm gonna have to get back to my car just so I can get tissues, dude. Just so I can get tissues. I do like spring generally, but man, this is rough. This is rough. This is like actually a street, which surprises me. I don't understand why this is a street here, but whatever. Oh, I see my car. Almost there. My nose can barely take it right now. Oh my god, dude. What a mistake. I can feel it like in my lungs almost too, dude. Just... Ooh. Ooh, it's gonna be a fun day tomorrow, isn't it? Better get some good sleep tonight. But hey, at least I get to go home earlier, right? Listen more to Judas Priest and actually probably not. Probably gonna record instead. But another day I'll listen to the rest of it, I guess. I think that was mostly worth it. Am I gonna have to pay the price tomorrow? Maybe a little bit. I can already feel the stuffiness, but whatever. Wow, I'm tired. Now I can feel it. Now I can feel it. Holy shit. I'm gonna drink a lot of Gatorade immediately after I stop recording this. I had to turn off Judas Priest, or I just gotta end this quick. Alright, I guess that's it.